Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Happy Shaturday, everybody!
Saturday, everybody!
Hello.
Hey, it's Shaturday morning cartoons. I'm Nick. That's Joe over there, and we have George, of course, and Keith Garcia from the C Film Center in Denver. Hi, Keith.
Hi, guys.
What are you eating for cereal this morning?
This dusty old box of Frosted Crustios that I found hidden underneath my refrigerator. Must have fallen back there a couple of years ago.
That's probably worth something by now. You think? What
I'm
do you think
sure
that's going for?
This was part of the when the Simpsons movie came out.
Right.
One of there was a 7-Eleven store in Denver that apparently was the busiest 7-Eleven store in Colorado, and they outfitted the whole store like a Quickie Mart. Like they changed the sign.
I remember that. Yes.
I'm sure they did this in other major cities, but then they started adding all these products in the store you could buy, like Crustios, Buzz Cola, Duff Beer, all sorts of wild things. And I did have a 6-pack of Buzz for a while in a cupboard, and it eventually just like in one hot summer just exploded and leaked all over the inside of the cupboard.
I don't want to get you too excited here, Keith, but you're sitting on a gold mine. $88.80. Buy it now.
Hey.
It's your ticket out of this hellhole. Look at that. Yeah.
You know, I bought one too. It's a little dinged up, my box, and I haven't opened it. Have you actually tried any of the Crustios, Keith?
No. I think the glue might have come a little bit loose from the top, so I think I kind of like gave it a little secure, but I didn't open it then and be like, try this. I imagine it's just Cheerios in there.
Probably, or Fruit Loops, one of those. Yeah.
I think you should just save it for retirement. Like when you're ready to retire, just sell that box.
Well, I'm 44 now, so in 10-ish years, hopefully it'll be at $180.
Our ticket out of this hellhole.
Yep.
I have no cereal at all.
Really?
Yeah, I'm at Jakester's place. He's not a cereal guy.
But
That's
your basement looks like the basement of a serial killer.
That's true. That's thematic.
Yes, it does. There we go. That's what I was going for. So there we go. Thank you, Keith. Yes.
I'm running out of sugary cereals, and I'm General Mills is having some labor issues right now, so I'm staying away from General Mills cereals. So I went with Quaker. I went with Chocolate Life, and I do enjoy Life cereals. I like Cinnamon Life, and this one's pretty good too. Chocolate. I think Quaker does a nice job with Life cereal. Gets soggy, but otherwise it's pretty good. Not too sugary, you know.
See, I like a little sog to it. I like a little sog with my Life cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Not too much sog, but yeah.
Right. And George, what do you have? Oh, sorry, Keith. What?
I was just gonna ask if you're gonna have a nice little. Is it gonna turn your milk to chocolate at the end there?
I don't think it is. I don't think this is like Cocoa Pebbles where it turns it into
Spell some?
A little bit of milk came out. Yeah. Not the first time that's happened. George, what do you have?
Well, it's Halloween season, so I got a terrifying bowl of Special K regular. The banality is spooky.
Ooh, that is utterly terrifying.
You bored me to death right there.
Well, speaking of spooky, we have a spine-tingling cartoon called Groovy Goolies today. Anybody seen this or heard of it before?
Never heard of it. Not familiar at all.
Let's watch. So fuzzymemories.tv, it's the Museum of Classic Chicago Television, has been archiving old stuff. And George found, I think this is from a 1977 like repackaging of Groovy Ghoulies called Groovy Ghoulies and Friends. And you'll see what some of the friends are. They surprised me.
It's time for the Groovy Ghoulies and Friends, starring the Groovy Ghoulies. with Lassie and the Rescue Rangers. Also, the new adventures of Gilligan.
I gotta watch this at some point.
And featuring your favorite Martians. And those crazy mutts from Mush.
Anybody want to guess what Mush stands for?
I was going right to MASH. So I was like medical.
Yeah. I looked it up. It's okay. Go ahead, Joe. Do you have a guess?
Mutts. S is probably snow. Mutts under snow. What is it?
Hospital.
Hospital. Yeah.
Yep. Mutts Under Snow Hospital. You got it.
No.
It is mangy, unwanted, shabby heroes. So
That's
I guess they're and the animation does look pretty shabby actually. So that might be
Crazy mutts from Mush. Brady Cat.
never heard of
Wacky and Packy.
it again.
Who the hell are these people?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And the new adventures of Waldo Kitty.
That's a half hour right there.
What's that?
Is this an alternate universe?
Yeah, I think so.
Like cartoons from a parallel dimension or
Yeah,
something?
and that door is the actual literal door.
It's the portal into a world where these cartoons existed. Yeah.
Yes, it's time for the Groovy Ghoulies and Friends.
So 1977 Filmation, and we've seen the real Ghostbusters, or not the real Ghostbusters, sorry, Ghostbusters, the one with the gorilla. That was by Filmation, and this one was debuted in 1970, and there starred 3 ripoffs of the Universal monsters. You've got Drac, you've got Frankie, and you got Wolfie.
Can I just point out? I feel like the one on the way right looks like George. I might be the one on the way left. Nick, you might be the Dracula. What do you think?
Okay,
Could that be us?
that could be
Oh,
the 3 of us.
You guys might want to hang on for the lesson at the end of this episode.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
yeah. So Wolfie's kind of the surfer guy. Drac is the leader. Frankenstein's kind of the dumb guy here in the cartoons.
I take it back. I think I'm more of like the Dracula guy.
And the character models are actually pretty good. These, of course, are based Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Wolfman. And they all hang out in a castle and occasionally play in a band together, and they tell jokes. And the way this came up was the head of programming at CBS asked Filmation for like a companion to the Archie show, because the Archies had a hit with Sugar Sugar. And this is a big hit for CBS. And then Scooby-Doo is their other hit. So Filmation, Lou Scheimer, the head of Filmation, is like, I got it. Monsters who live in a castle and sing in a band. And both actually featured Sabrina the Teenage Witch, because she was part of the Archies comic universe. And she was in the Archies show. And so she actually joins the Groovy Ghoulies. Put out an album. Go ahead.
I always like how they try to shoehorn in that they all play in a band together.
Yes.
Like that seems like a thing. Like in the 70s, they're always like, and they're all in a band.
Yep,
too.
60s too. Like the Munsters actually had an album where they were in a band too. So, it wasn't even the first Monster.
I wonder if they're
band.
thinking of like, oh, we can also sell an album along with this.
Yep.
I mean, you got to think they're thinking the bottom line here.
Well, because Sugar Sugar was a huge top
Right.
10 hit. So,
Right.
like, of course, they want another animated, hit. And I get the appeal because, the Munsters and the Addams Family were scary, based on scary things, but were just funny. So I get sort of that idea, but the cartoon, unfortunately, that the humor, I know there's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of redbubble.com knockoff merchandise of Groovy Ghoulies because a lot of people have nostalgia for it. But for me, just not funny.
See, this is what Saturday morning cartoons is all about, though.
Yeah.
Not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I think it's because it's based on the Laugh-In formula. Did you guys watch Laugh-In?
Oh, yeah.
This is on Nick at Night. And for people who haven't seen it, because I think we have younger viewers, it was, basically like a huge show, but with corny jokes as the center of it.
What kind of dog is not allowed at a nudist camp?
A Pekingese?
Very good. I thought you were going to say Doberman Pinscher.
No, it's too early for that. Goldie?
Look, I do.
Goldie Hawn is in it.
I saw a guy walk on the ceiling once. You know, he had a lot of trouble.
What happened?
His pants kept falling off.
Hey, Artie. Do you believe in preserving wildlife?
Yeah, but my pants keep falling off.
Dan,
Yeah, hello, Judy.
where's the best place to grow crabgrass?
Oh, any grouchy log will do.
All right.
So no, that was called the joke wall. For some reason, this show was huge. It spawned all these catchphrases like "You bet your sweet Bippy" and "very interesting" and of course "Sock it to me." And the show was so big, every celebrity did it, and eventually they got President Nixon to be on it. This is the first time a president had been on a comedy show, I think.
Sock it to me?
So that was huge. And then, so the idea behind Groovy Ghoulies is, what if there's a joke wall, but they're monsters? And they even try to have similar catchphrases to it. And the show was on Saturday mornings on CBS, was huge for a year. It was like the #1 children's show for a year. And then they moved it to Sundays and it just kind of died there. But they kept repackaging it. I think that was Filmation's thing. It was like, then it was like the Groovy Ghoulies Sabrina Hour. Then it was 1977. It was part of that anthology series, the Groovy Ghoulies and Friends with Mush and all those ones. But I'm going to show you the very first episode that aired in 1970, Groovy Ghoulies. And we'll see how much you can stomach. I will say the songs are actually good, so stick around for the songs.
Would they have guest stars? Like, would Wilt Chamberlain come on, or the Harlem Globetrotters? Or
No, not on Groovy Ghoulies.
Okay.
It's just the Ghoulies and their animated friends.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together. They got jokes for everyone with laughter, songs, and fun. So let's go to the Ghoulies get together. Come on, everybody, join the Ghoulies. They're gonna do their thing for you. They're kind of strange and they're real funny. And you'll be glad to know they love you too. Hey, everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together. You're gonna see how funny they can be, 'cause it's time for...
See, I like the walking cycles here. Like he's slouched.
Yeah.
And then the Wolfie's kind of running like a dog.
Yeah.
Keith,
and
you're well, go ahead, Joe.
I like the song is like 3 minutes long.
Oh
too.
yeah. That's why they do the songs too, because they're all 3 minutes long and they take up, there's 2 songs in each half-hour episode. Keith, you're a horror fan, right?
Uh-huh.
Do the Universal monsters do anything for you, or they're just kind of too old school to resonate?
They do. Like, you always got to acknowledge the classics. And, frankly, in a copycat world, I immediately jumped to like Monster Squad as like, where that was not Universal. So it was definitely the knockoff.
Yeah.
Folks. But, I feel, 3 is a good number to pick from the Universal monsters, like rather than bring the Mummy in and the Invisible Man.
Well, about that, Keith. You'll see the rest of the Ghoulies in a minute.
I also like that Drac is like a Palm Springs like bitter old queen, judging by his running stance. So.
Oh, I like that reading of it. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind while we watch.
His clacky little prancy heels.
Groovy Ghoulies show.
Welcome to a horrible hall. This place is driving me batty.
I was expecting a studio audience.
Apparently there was in the original airing, but I have the DVD that took out the laugh tracks. So
I feel like
that's
they
what
need
this-
it. I think
Yeah,
they need it.
I know.
Yeah.
I sure needed that.
Dracula.
Joe, you said
what you
exactly
grow
what
in your
Frankenstein
gardens
said.
and
I sure
What?
needed that.
Yeah, you said that you needed the laugh track, and immediately Frankenstein said that. So your initial reading of us as them is just right on the
Yes.
money.
We think alike.
And this was Frankie's catchphrase, supposedly like,
That's my
Sakatumi
catchphrase.
Yeah, I sure needed that.
I sure needed that.
It's kind of like a Barth from You Can't Do That on Television. I heard that.
Yeah.
Dracula, what you grow in your gardens in Transylvania?
Transplants, what else?
Not what I was expecting his voice to be.
Like, have you seen my shoebox, man?
No.
Well, here. Like, watch. Sabrina, did you ever hear the werewolf's curse?
No, but if I did, I'd wash their mouths out with soap.
Bella, what do you call a skyscraper for monsters?
I don't know, Batso and Ratso.
The Empire State Building.
Is this the
You
whole
know,
show?
man, that
Yeah,
joke-
except for songs. It's basically Laffy Taffy jokes about monsters.
There's no plot. There's no story
No,
or anything.
there's
It's
no
just
plot.
a bunch of.
Well,
This is rough.
occasionally, yeah, occasionally they'll do like a longer form bit, but it's still just quick one-liners like that. So you'll see.
Man, that joke should be taken out and buried.
I didn't need that.
See, that's the reversal of his
Welcome to
catchphrase.
Horrible Hall. I am your host, Count Dracula. I see by the old spookle clock that we're almost late for game time.
Hey, look, Drac, no hands.
Wolfie is by far my favorite. The beatnik character.
No brains either. You're driving me bats.
Come on, Drac, baby. Man, I'll teach you how to hang 10.
Keep calling me Drac, baby, and I'll hang 10 on your nose. Golly, what a
I don't think that makes sense.
evening.
No.
Frankie, where have you been? I've been out walking the vulture. Get in here and help me find the secret passage to the game room.
Game room, like out of sight.
Game room? Goody. Yeah.
Hey, man, is that like the secret passage?
It is now.
Oh, there you are, Frankie. It's time to get into costume for Wolfie's play.
'Twill be a shocking performance.
Apparently, Alice Cooper is a big fan of this show. He was in the DVD extras talking about how he loved it a lot. So
That checks out.
I think he just kind of had to be there. That's my take on this one.
I needed that.
Let's start the show. Frankie's coming.
Tonight, the Ghoulie Players present, like the classic story, Little Red Riding Wolf. Cool. Starring me. Makeup.
You know, if this is bad, I'm gonna ask for my mummy back.
I do like the Ed Wynn voice, like the I love to laugh from Mary Poppins. That's the mummy's voice.
Was
That's
Nixon on this show too?
What's that?
Was Richard Nixon on this show too? Or-
I don't think he did Groovy Ghoulies. But Larry Storch was a voice.
Ask for my mummy back.
Like curtain. Now, I'm Little Red Riding Wolf. Cool. And I'm taking a basket of cool goodies to my grandpa when of a suddenly...
Oh, hello, little wolf. I feel so silly.
Oh, gracious.
What's in the basket?
A bunch of goodies.
I just love goodies.
Oh, no. They're for my poor sick grandpa. Dum-de-dum-dum.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the audience.
I must have those goodies, and I know a way to get them. Who is it?
You didn't
It
edit
is
this or
me,
anything, right?
Little
No,
Red
it's this
Riding
frenetic.
Wolf. I hate telling fibs.
Come in, my dear. You're not Red Riding Wolf.
You bet your sweet nightshirt I'm not.
Bet your sweet Bippy.
Ooh, this is twice as bad as I thought, you know.
Love
I'm
that
going to
background.
ask for double.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the
That guy.
drawings.
Yeah.
All the monsters are pretty great.
I like that everyone's in
Ask for
like mid yellow.
Yeah, they're just still.
They're ready to go.
Oh, my
ready to go.
money back.
There is a lot of opportunity though for t-shirts here. Just like
Yes.
there's so many great stills here for t-shirts.
Yeah,
There's so
the
many great
like the
characters.
drawings are cool. I like the drawings. It's just the comedy is terrible.
Oh, my dear.
Grandpa, what small, cool teeth you got?
Uh-huh. The better to bite those goodies with, my dear. You tricked me. Those aren't goodies. They're baddies.
Well, little Red Riding Wolf. Like I always say, a penny saved is a penny earned. Like, what has that got to do with this story? Nothing. I just like saving pennies.
Didn't
Like,
mind that joke.
thank you, your performance deserves a great big hand.
Okay, end of part one. Yeah.
Okay.
It just felt like we just like ran around the block a couple of times.
It's so frenetic. It's like nothing's stands still. And the good news is I put the songs in the second part of it. So we're gonna get two what I think are legit great songs that I would love to hear other bands cover. So
So the wall of jokes, like that's done, right? We don't have to endure that anymore.
about that, Joe.
Okay, yeah.
There's still
You got
more
some
of the
bad
wall
news
of
for me?
jokes. Yeah, I got some bad news for you.
Okay.
There's still more wall of jokes.
So
Oh shoot. Okay.
I keep turning over a weird lyric from the opening theme song in my head. Like it stuck with me for some reason, and I just kept hearing it that whole jump, which is "You'll be glad to know they love you too." I'm like, that's so presumptive. It's like, I love them. It's like, oh, you'll be glad to know they love you too. I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to say I love you yet.
You'll be glad to know they love you too. Okay.
I think they're lucky for tolerating them at this point. I mean, it's just a barrage of irritating puns. But I think a commercial break will help us out here. George,
Yes,
what do we
definitely.
have?
Well, these are a bunch of commercials that use horror tropes to sell products that are totally unrelated. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
It's positively frightening.
The Country Fair Flea Market's Halloween sale is this Sunday, October 29th, with free cider, donuts, and candy. Over 100 exhibitors and Frankenstein. That's right, Frankenstein.
Not the monster.
Country Fair Flea Market, located on Mound Road
Oh,
at
just the
M59
doctor.
in Shelby
Yeah.
Township. Free admission and plenty of
medical
free parking.
advice.
For
The
more
mad
information, call
scientist.
254-7110. Come
Shelby Township's
To a
near where you grew up,
Halloween
isn't
sale
it?
going on now.
Sometimes coming home can be unsettling. But not with a new Stanley Lightmaker garage door opener. One button opens your garage, but the other button turns these back into these, because it turns on lights from the safety of your car with a Stanley Lightmaker.
It's nice to be home.
Get a transmitter free with purchase, plus a chance to win an Oldsmobile in Stanley Sweepstakes.
Terrifying.
Quiet, I'm calculating.
Isn't it dark in there?
Not for my new Anylight solar calculator from Texas Instruments.
You have a Texas instrument?
Texas Instruments Anylight calculator. Unlike other solar calculators, it works in almost
Any light.
good and feel.
The new line of Anylight solar calculators from Texas Instruments.
Imagine the Prince of Darkness with a solar calculator.
I wonder if Bram Stoker ever envisioned that's where the
It
creation
was originally a
would go.
marketing character. It was
Right.
for a tire company, I think.
Hey, Dr. Frankenstuff, reveal my greatest invention.
Serve, Gregor.
A hot dog?
Take a bite.
Wow, there's real chili inside. How'd you do that?
I tunneled deep into juicy Hormel Franks and stuffed them so with rich
Absolutely amazing.
Positively delicious.
I mean, I would eat one.
What do you call them, Master? What else?
I'm disgusted by it, but I'd eat it.
Frankenstuff.
Frankenstuff from Hormel.
I didn't like that he said I tunneled deep inside.
No, no.
They could have pitched that a little smoother.
Yeah. You break open a hot dog, it looks like diarrhea comes out of it. It's just not the most appetizing.
Tunnel deep.
Watch the budget on this one.
Yeah.
These locations. Wow.
Still don't know what the product is.
You want to take guesses?
Yeah, let's guess. What do you? I'm gonna say batteries. Joe?
I was gonna say like a board game of some sort from like Hasbro or something.
Keith?
Band-Aids.
Band-Aids. Okay, good call. Let's see.
You must believe me, Count. I didn't know. I did not know. I let the servants do the shopping.
People tend to see red when you serve up anything but what is tomato sauce, because what is never
Should have said what is tomato sauce.
I know.
Just about to say it.
Twice the taste and twice as good, because what is means good food.
Now back to Shaturday morning cartoons.
That must have been a UK commercial then, right?
They really went for it on that one. Yeah, they had a budget behind it. They had makeup and costumes.
Tracking shots. And
yeah.
And they showed actual blood for a product that looks like blood, which is a bold choice.
You don't normally see blood in commercials.
I think it was actual tomato sauce.
Ah, okay. She spilled the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
But for a good 45 seconds, we thought it was blood.
Yeah. Yep. They had us. Okay. So Groovy Goolies is coming back. Now here's where we get a bit of a reprieve because we get some really groovy songs. And I think they should have taken off. I kind of went out of order in the episodes to take my favorite songs. The first one comes from the Rolling Headstones.
Oh, like Rolling Stones.
Creeper crawler, did you ever see such a sight? Creeper crawler.
Sounds like an Athens, Georgia band. Like
that is.
Muffin 6 or something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, but they're all headstones, right?
Yeah. Creeper crawler, look at it, I dare ya.
The song's about George.
Creeper crawler, for sure. It's gonna scare you.
Can you pause?
Yeah.
Go back to the headstones. So like every time I drive by, like in the car, I'm in the car with my wife and we drive by a cemetery. She's Italian and like kind of raised Catholic, but not really, but she still follows all the hocus pocus.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she goes by and she sees gravestones, she always does the cross thing. She always does the croce.
Do you think she'd do it for this part in Groovy Ghoulies?
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I wanted to take a screen grab of it and send it to her and say, would you croce this?
Yes.
Because technically they're gravestones. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what Catholicism says about this, but I have a feeling she probably would.
Well, text her. Have her zoom in.
Okay. I didn't know whether what you were going to. Whether you were saying like I wonder if we drove by it, whether she played drums with a pair of bones on a gravestone.
And it was a long walk. It was definitely a long walk.
And is this slug creature like a Ramones reference? Maybe this is too early for the Ramones.
Or Beatles, or this is 1970, so it could have probably. I don't know. It's a creepy crawly.
I feel like it has like a Ramones haircut. Oh, I guess a Beatles haircut too.
Yeah, because this is the Rolling Stones, so we're kind of in that era. I don't know.
It looks like Ron Wood.
Eyes on the back of its head. A long green body and a great big mouth. And he smiles like your Uncle Fred.
It smiles like your Uncle Fred. Genuinely like that part.
I didn't mind that animation there either.
Yeah,
I like that.
Big mouth, and he smiles like your Uncle Fred. I just saw one and I don't care if I ever see one again. want to, I understand. They come out now and then. Creeper crawler, did you ever
Sounds like a Who song.
Yeah.
Creeper crawler, I wonder if he'll bite. Creeper crawler,
13th floor elevators.
I dare ya. Creeper crawler, for sure. It's gonna scare ya. Oh, look now, I think I see one. And I think that it sees me. I wonder what its name is, so I would know if it's a her or a he. I know that he won't be doing you any harm. So don't get scared, he's crawling slowly right up your arm. Creeper crawler, did you ever see such a sight? Creeper crawler, I wonder if he'll bite. Creeper crawler, look at it, I dare ya. Creeper crawler, sure. It's gonna scare
Pretty
ya.
good, right?
I like it. It's not
I like
bad.
that song. It's
Yeah.
repetitive, but pretty cool
Yeah.
garage rock song.
You could hear that band playing in Bushwick or something. like
Yeah.
For sure.
On a Wednesday, maybe. Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Third band. All right, this is
14 people in attendance. Yeah.
yeah. This is the joke wall here.
Oh boy.
And now it's weird Windows.
Weird windows.
You show me King Tut eating crackers in his crypt, and I'll show you a crummy mummy.
Hey, Frankie, now where can the Loch Ness Monster be found?
The Loch Ness Monster is so big, no one's ever lost it. I needed that.
Hey, Ratso, what kind of a boat does a vampire sail?
Blood vessel. What else?
How can I get a part in a horror movie?
First, you have to pass your scream test.
I keep picturing
Hey,
him as the
Agatha,
Palm
how do you
Springs Queen, Keith. I don't know. It reframes the entire show for me.
He's like, I have a circuit party to hit at 12. Are those poppers in your pocket? Or you just have
First,
to...
you have to pass your scream test.
Hey, Agatha, how do you tell time?
Is that Sabrina?
Just look at my
Yeah,
witch
that's
watch,
Sabrina the Teenage
silly.
Witch. Yeah. It seemed like the monster shows always had like a blonde, attractive girl too. Like the Munsters,
Yeah, you're right.
wasn't really a monster. I guess Sabrina was a witch, but
Yeah, you need a
Tell
babe in
time.
there somewhere.
I just look at my witch watch, silly. Hey, Ratso, how do you get into a locked cemetery?
That's easy, Batso, with a skeleton key.
I resemble that remark.
okay. Last song. Here we go.
Midnight comes in the middle of the night. Midnight is scary when you turn out the light. All the monsters come out at midnight. Ha ha! Hee hee! Whoa ho ho! At midnight! Everybody
they're back.
knows
Yep.
when the sun goes down. That's when the ghosts and the scary folks all start coming around. They're all waiting for the magic hour. That's when they shout and they jump about. When the clock strikes 12 in the old church tower. Midnight comes in the middle of the night. Midnight is scary when you turn out the light. All the monsters come out at midnight. Ha ha! Hee hee! Whoa ho ho! At midnight! Every ghoulie's birthday is at midnight. They sing this tune by the light of the moon, and it's out of sight. You should see them play, it is such a fright. But they're all gone, they are never around by the break of day. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 are exactly like the one before. 5 through 11 are all alike, but things are different at midnight.
Midnight comes in the middle of the night. Midnight is scary when you turn out the light. All the monsters come out at midnight.
At midnight. That's Groovy Ghoulies.
Everybody shout! Come on
So that's
now,
how it
sing
ends.
out.
Yeah.
It fade out of the song.
Yep.
And then roll the credits.
Yep.
They got jokes for everyone with laughter, songs, and fun. So let's go to the Ghoulies, get together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The songs to me salvaged it.
I didn't mind that last song.
How many episodes last seasons did the Ghoulies roll
There's a
around?
total of 18 episodes, and then they repackaged them ad infinitum, basically.
Ooh.
But 18 half hours of that, yeah.
But can you imagine being a writer on that? Like to write that many like corny jokes with like that many puns? I just feel like it'd be easier to be like, let's just like write a lame plot and do like a Scooby-Doo type of story. I feel like that would be easy because but man,
Yeah,
this would be a joke
occasionally
machine.
they were just like, oh, there's Little Red Riding Hood. Let's come up with 17 jokes for Little Red Riding Hood and we'll have them do a play. There was
right,
that,
right.
but like, yeah, it's exhausting.
Mhm.
But I think that's why it was so repackagable, because nothing had anything to do with each other. You could
Right.
put a couple minutes of that, then go into Sabrina episode, but I think just anything like super like creepy or monstery, like kids would like. So that's why there's like, probably some nostalgia for it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the good news is there's a new version of it. They're doing I guess it's a reboot, but it's based on the Universal monsters are kind of out of date. They're not really relevant anymore. So I'm excited actually for the new version. It's based on the Hellraiser creatures. It's called the Swingin' Cenobites, and yeah, I'm really excited.
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, you got Pinhead there. They're in a band, of course, and there's a lot of puns about psychosexual torture and things like that. But
oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for it.
Oh, nice.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
That's actually Jeff Morin. He I asked him if he'd have time to do it, and he relished the opportunity. So thanks to Jeff Morin for that.
I want that still to have a little pull quote that just says, "They'll tear your soul apart." But
with music.
Coming on Saturday, they'll tear your soul apart. Then on an all-new Mush. All right, I got a bit of a game here that everybody can play, and it's based on bands down. The names of the bands sound scary. All right, so it's a game that is called the Scary Band Name Game. So I'm going to give you the title of a song, and you shout out what the scary band name is. Okay,
these are all real. These aren't like
these aren't gags.
Jokes or, okay.
These aren't gags. These are real songs and real bands. Okay. Ready? Ready for this first one? All right, Mr. Brightside.
The Killers.
That's right. The Killers.
Yeah.
I should say not all the bands are scary, but their names are.
The names are. I got you. Okay.
They'll
I was
tear
gonna
your
say.
soul apart.
I was gonna say Bobby Boris Pickett for all of them. So
Run to the Hills.
AC/DC?
Iron
Maiden.
Yep, Iron Maiden. Point goes to Joe. There's Eddie in the back there.
Yes.
All right. Next. She's Not There.
The Zombies.
That is correct. 2 points to George.
Good
Wow.
one.
Zombies. Okay. Next up, Hands on Buzzers. All I Got Is You featuring Mary J. Blige.
Puff
Method
Daddy.
Man?
Nope, Joe, you're in the right neighborhood.
Wu-Tang Clan? Method Man and Redman?
The scariest named Wu-Tang member.
Ghostface Killer?
That's right. Keith's on the board
Nice.
with Ghostface Killer.
Nice.
Yes. All right. I think I got two more here. Next up is Like the Weather.
The Draculas.
I believe this starred a woman who would go on to have a solo career, an 80s band that has a number in the title. This is their biggest hit. What's that?
Like the Weather. Jeez, this is a tough one.
They get tougher, yeah.
80s band has a number in it.
Yep.
Hold on.
A high number.
Can you give us a clue for the scary part?
10,000 Maniacs?
Yes.
Oh,
there it is.
We go.
Yes, it's 10,000 Maniacs. Okay, and
they look frightening.
The photo with that name.
Aren't they terrifying?
Yeah.
And then the last one, I Don't Want to Sing This Song Again.
Overlord.
That's right. It's George's band, Overlord.
Look at those freaks.
Yep, and that is how you play the scary band name game.
Yes.
All right. Well done, George. Did you learn anything in this episode?
I think I might have. The Groovy Ghoulies are based on the Universal monsters, so named because they appear in films produced by Universal Pictures. But perhaps their names are also mean universal in as far as they're any group of individuals in which these archetypes appear. On this very show, Saturday morning cartoons, you have a lumbering, violent giant, a Joe, a secretive, erotic, well-groomed man, a Nick, a cursed hirsute, hunched over little guy, a George, and maybe that underwater guy I don't know very much about. I guess that's Keith. I don't know. But what's important is that we four very different people can work together to experience and learn about the world around us, to ponder the mysteries of existence, and to murder the innocent until society rises up and wipes us from the face of the world, at least until the merchandising proves sufficiently lucrative to justify a sequel. And that's why I say just about every week, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Very good, George.
Wow, I called that at the beginning. I was like, "That's a George." Wow, that was.
I was wondering whether I should just rewrite that real quick because you really just.
I ruined it.
Got rid of it, yeah.
And Keith, you swooped in and called yourself a Sabrina, so we will give that to you.
Yes, I'm sorry for comparing you to the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Hey,
it's the only one I don't know anything about.
What's going on at the C Film Center in Denver, Keith?
After 19 long months of a coma, we are reopening again. We are resurrecting ourselves.
Oh, I like it.
I needed that. Right. So you're opening back up.
We are opening back up. We've got a bunch of great programming for Halloween weekend. Then we go into the Denver Film Festival for 2 weeks, and then we are just hopefully open forever after that. So,
nice.
Knock on wood.
Denver is a great city to visit. We were talking about before we started recording all the great things there. So if you do go to Denver, stop by the C Film Center. It's where we always play when we're in town. So excited for it to open back up.
Definitely do that. And Keith, you're one of the best programmers in all of the country. So I can't wait to. No, I mean it. And I'm excited to get back to Denver because we haven't been there in a really long time.
Well, we're just waiting for you. We'll leave the light on for you.
Please do.
Thank you. That's Keith's catchphrase. All right. Well, happy Shaturday, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Happy Shaturday.
I sure needed that.